It's over. Dinosaur at Animal Kingdom has officially closed its doors on February 1st, 2026, and now we're in the aftermath. What was debatably the scariest Disney attraction in history has joined the ranks of many former attractions. The Dino Institute has shut down, and Dr. Seeker is without a job. And I just kind of want to reflect on the closure of Dino Land USA and why this is such a depressing thing. I remember when I first rode Dinosaur when I was 5, and surprisingly, I wasn't scared of it. Instead, I was captivated by all the amazing dinosaur animatronics, and over the years, it's become one of my favorite rides in the resort. Dino Land as a whole was special to me, as I made some great memories playing in the Boneyard play area as a kid, which just makes the closure all the more saddening. Now, Dino Land USA didn't close all at once. It instead was a phased closure, and for the last year, we've been seeing this land slowly fade away, starting in January of last year, when Dinorama was closed down and was demolished shortly after. Then in September, the Boneyard Playground shut its operations down. The following month, there were 2 minor closures with 2 snack stands closing down, and finally, the major dinosaur attraction went extinct. But how did we get here? How did this e-ticket opening day attraction, one of the key pillars of the Animal Kingdom's theming, get closed? Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush, it's Dinorama. To make a long story short, Animal Kingdom in the early 2000s was in dire need of capacity, and fast, so Disney decided the best way to add park capacity, and a cheap and quick way, was to bring some off-the-shelf carnival games and a few rides to Dinoland USA through Chester and Hester's Dinorama. And while it did add some capacity to Animal Kingdom, it was poorly received due to its tackiness and cheapness, despite Dinorama actually having some deep lore, although I don't have time to explain it. And then the years went on, and Dino Land just sat there and not much was changed and everything went normal. Then around 2018, I remember hearing random speculation that Dinoland would be turned into an Indiana Jones land. Nobody had any evidence to back this up, but I guess this stemmed from Dinosaur having the same ride system and layout as Indiana Jones and Disneyland. I just shrugged this off as stupid because what does Indiana Jones have to do with animals? But then in 2019, the Primeval World roller coaster entered seasonal operation, and then it just closed unexpectedly during the 2020 shutdown. This was the first sign that things were about to change. And then blue sky ideas started rolling around of Dinoland replacements from a Moana's Utopia land to a Tropical America's land, which was chosen, where an Encanto ride takes the place of Dinorama, a carousel replaces the Boneyard, and an Indiana Jones ride takes over Dinosaur. Man, I guess those baseless rumors were true. I think I've made it clear in a lot of my community posts, but these IPs have absolutely nothing to do with animals. Encanto's connection with animals is very superficial. There's a kid who can talk to animals in the movie. So what, should the Little Mermaid come to the park? In Indiana Jones, I don't think I need to explain why. It's a franchise about an archaeologist who searches for biblical artifacts and fights evil Nazis. Hell, the last Indiana Jones movie flopped at the box office. And to be clear, I'm not completely against this land. If this had been an expansion that didn't take anything away, I'd be on board for it, even if the IPs are unrelated to Animal Kingdom's nature theme. At least there'd be more things to do at the park. And not to mention how gutting out the dinosaur part of Animal Kingdom goes against the central idea of the park. A place that celebrates animals from the present, past, and fantasy. Without dinosaurs, Animal Kingdom has lost parts of its identity. Imagine how confused people will be in 10 years when they see the Triceratops on the logo, only for there to be no dinosaurs at the park. But why is Dinosaur now past tense? I believe there's 2 reasons, besides Dinorama. One is due to some of the criticisms of it. Now, tons of people loved this ride, but I've heard superficial criticisms of Dinosaur a bit ranging from, it's too scary, which, there's warnings of it at the entrance, and the plethora of people that said that Dinosaur is old and that Indiana Jones is better, even though the Indiana Jones ride at Disneyland is older than Dinosaur. And these same kinds of people who say these statements enjoy rides like Pirates and Haunted Mansion, both of which are pushing 60 years old, by the way. This even applies to the movie Dinosaur itself. People write it off as old, despite movies like Cinderella being 70 years old and being well loved. The only reason Dinosaur felt old was due to Disney's reluctance to maintain it over the years. There was one refurbishment in 2016, but other than that, they just let this ride fossilize. I would have appreciated some tender love and care put on this ride with some new effects and fixes to the animatronics. And the second, much bigger reason why Dinosaur, along with its land, is closed is due to the current leadership with Disney. I'm not going to over-explain it, but Disney has been focused a lot on putting more IPs and franchises at their parks, which I don't hate as much as others. I mean, I'm in the minority when I believe Guardians replacing Universe of Energy was justified. However, this instance of getting rid of dinosaurs from the animal kingdom in place of more Disney brands is egregious. If you want to get specific, Dinosaur technically is an IP attraction being extremely loosely based on the movie of the same name, but most people who ride this don't even know it. It's really sad when the last time we had a completely original attraction was Expedition Everest, which was nearly 20 years ago. Just recently, I watched the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies, and while I really enjoyed them, they made me think about how this one original ride from Disneyland spawned this gigantic franchise that made billions of dollars and is still talked about to this day. This film franchise does show that the original rides can still captivate audiences. So that's that. Dinoland USA is extinct. I feel like even if this Tropical America's Land and Indiana Jones ride does end up being great, I'm still going to feel some disgust even if I visit it, just knowing what we lost. I know that videos I make on theme parks, which I'm interested in, don't do well view-wise, but I've been talking about this for years on end, and it would be disappointing not to have a video about it. Goodbye, Dinosaur. Thank you for 28 years of scares, awesomeness, and most importantly, memories. I love you.